Hello everyone, it's me, Grisha. Today I would like to introduce you into art of micro in HUI4. I will tell you most common tips on managing your front lines in competitive games, plus share my knowledge that I got after playing numerous amount of games, and remind you of most important stuff before I will analyze game against Dankus. The main thing you should know is that default 245 tanks are killing same 245 tanks in any terrain except on marshes and mountains. So the main principle of competitive mods with vanilla battle mechanics is to attack your enemy faster than he can attack you. This counts mostly for tanks. I will give you a quick brief on Doctrines before we'll start analyzing. Tanks on mobile warfare got more org, breakthrough and speed. Tanks on superior firepower got more soft and hard attack, depends on your choice, left or right. Plus, you want as much support companies on superior firepower doctrine as possible, since they are giving you organization. It doesn't really matter which doctrine you choose between those already listed, because it all comes down to who will attack first and whose micro is the best. Everything other than this depends on your competent build and macro skills, since you need to produce enough tanks for the war to not be outnumbered by your enemy. If you are, then everything what I told you before won't work and you will most likely lose. First round. Me on Soviet Union, Dankus on Germany. Dankus' strat was clearly viewed in his setup. He placed his tanks in forest, hill tiles, mountain tiles, near possible area of my breakthrough, and with access to plain tiles as well, to attack without any debuff. The minuses of this strategy are: first, what if your enemy won't attack you and wait till you'll run out of patience and do the first move? Then your whole defensive strategy won't work. Second, not retreating his infantry to those tanks to gain extra buffs from terrain, plus to avoid risk of being encircled and losing the infantry for free. I exploited his strategy, turned it into my favor, and encircled everything I was able to. I encircled the infantry on the front line that wasn't backed by his tanks, the only power in this duel, and even those 10 infantry that I encircled made a difference in the end. Tank setup for Dankus was 16 tanks for Königsberg area, 8 tanks on central Poland, 8 tanks on southern front. My strat setup was to overwhelm my enemy and annoy him by attacking everywhere, in center and north. I would combat groups of 2 or 3 tanks and just microed my push, but I didn't only attack the infantry. I draw a tech line, not only for a single tile where he placed his infantry, but behind as well, to instantly encircle him without my further orders through shift plus click to concentrate my micro on something else. My tank setup was 20 tanks from Baltic Sea to Stanislavov and 4 tanks in the south. Fun fact, during first attack, Dankus and Tommy thought I was battle planning, but I actually manually microed. Now I will show you how my grand battle plan worked out in the end.
Is a comeback possible? I think in the end just the infantry losses are too much, but Dankus with a huge comeback. 22 tanks against 25, that means Dankus also losing tanks, your wars are looking very vulnerable. Could be an easy Grisha with the big attack here. You see the red bubbles just breaking through. That will be another 2, if not 4 tanks gone. It might be just 2.
Oh man.
Я победил! Пошел нахуй! Просто, блядь! Пошел нахуй, пидорасище,
Dude. We now see you, Dankus, known as at the moment the best Russia player in the world, now on the Russian side. What exactly can you tell us, the viewers, makes you stronger on the Russian side on this map?
I'm Dankus.
Understandable.
No, Dankus. Only Russians can be best on Russia.
Thank you for this quick little interview. We hope that Grisha Putin will be back here shortly and we can show you game number 3. Thank you very much, Dankus.
No problem. No problem.
All tanks! But where are these tanks? Anti-encirclement even has been finished as predicted. The Stanislav encirclement. Where is Dankus' tanks? This is a devastating loss of infantry here for Dankus. We must ask ourselves, where are the 32 tanks Dankus here? The big counter encirclement try. Is this gonna work? Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. This is unbelievable. My heart rate is exploding. I don't need coffee today. Is this the tactic of Dankus? He lets himself get encircled to get that to get the counters then?
The biggest encirclement of this game consisted of 24 infantry and 2 tanks. Basically removed biggest threat of my campaign in the south, Carpathian Ruthenia Mountains, which are the best place to put your tanks into and counterattack any signs of breakthrough in the central Poland or Bessarabia. It became the first ring in the Dankus strategy to win door, if we don't count numerous amount of infantry encirclements before. It was the biggest fail of Dankus because at this point he got advantage of 11 tanks, but severely lacked infantry. He got 32 tanks before the encirclement and 87 infantry. After this encirclement he lost his tank encirclement virginity. And they started to rapidly kill south since it's mostly plain tiles, which are perfect for tank offensives cause no debuffs. South, in the end, played the biggest role in the whole game, because in the north I was just wasting his time, annoying him with my tank pushes, and I tried to give him feeling of victory, cause once you feel that you are winning, you lose your concentration.
Let the caster 23 tanks, 23 versus 32. He's countering, he's not taking this. He has the Russian mentality. This guy is from deep Siberia, pushing back, making sure that this encirclement stands. there is no more infantry support. He gets these encirclement, he's not giving up, and we all have to give big respect to these two players for not giving up. They keep pushing. These young fellas want to get their place, and we have a pause here. Is this the GG? We are getting paused. Inc, we now have the winner of this epic game in an interview, Mr. Grisha Putin. Can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
My Russian brother, I must say nothing but respect to both competitors, especially to you, a man that was down 1-0 in this best of 3 series, coming back though in 2 beautiful games. How do you feel right now?
Хорошо. Very good. Very good.
That is nice to hear. Grisha, what do you think made the difference here? What do you think what did you do better than Dankus leading to these 2 wins over him?
Everything.
I personally...
There is just nothing else to say.
I personally, as the caster, must say that I felt the true difference was seen in the infantry movement. While Dankus always being stationary with his infantry, you realized infantry makes a difference in this game, and you used it perfectly. Do you agree?
Yes, I can agree.
Finally, I have another question. I had an interview with Dankus before where he stated in the first game you both played with 20 tanks instead of 32 tanks. Do you think that more tanks was your advantage? Do you think that having more tanks, 32, is harder and shows more skill in the end?
It was Noon's advantage, as we both got the same fair amount of, and the first message that Dankus sent to me was that we are playing on 32 tanks. Then he changed it to 20 in the first round, on which I agreed, because I just wanted to play. And now we're playing on the rules he proposed first. That's why I won, because I was a little bit training for this with other people. With such an enormous amount of tanks.
Goddamn. Well, Mr. Grisha, enjoy your win. Good job. Many people believed you, many people didn't, and all saw who you truly are. Nothing but respect, my friend. Do you have any final words to the viewers of this epic tournament?
I need to obviously thank you, because Dankus first said no to the 1v1, but once you called him a pussy, he said yes. So it wouldn't happen without you.
Goddamn. Thank you very much. All the best in the future, my brother, and have a nice day. Enjoy that win.
It was a good game in the end, but you need to learn from it. That good micro is the only tool in your arsenal, after macro, to win in Hoi4 competitive games. Dankus is a worthy opponent, but the biggest minus was his big ego. During the interview with Tommy and on DMAs with me in Discord, before Tommy proposed to cast our 1v1, he didn't want to play. You will see another part of Art of Micro in Hoi4 from me after $5,000 tournament in March that will be held by Tommy K. Goodbye everyone. Stay tuned and healthy. And know that there is one guy in Russia from St. Petersburg that loves you.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.